Welcome back. Our next guests are here for all of our wine enthusiasts out there. Welcome Justine Powers and Ricky Terns. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Well, Justine, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about your storefront, Funk and Fermentation.
Sure. So I'm a small wine shop in the Elmwood Village neighborhood, curating wines from all over the world, quote-unquote natural wines, so from a world of low to no intervention when it comes to the farming practice, to the fermentation practice, and to the packaging process.
Tell us a little bit about how you kind of discovered this natural wine, and go into a little bit more detail about what it means for you and what it means that you're bringing it back here to Buffalo.
Sure, yeah. So I spent the past 10 years working in the craft beer industry in New York. My most recent brewery was in Brooklyn, and while I was there, I was frequenting these little wine shops in the neighborhood, getting to know the people who own them, getting to try new wines, and really starting to learn more about the process and these producers through just stopping by these little shops. So when I moved back to Buffalo, I was really excited to bring that kind of neighborhood wine shop feel to a neighborhood that I've lived in before in Elmwood Village and that I'm back living in now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, can you tell us a little bit about the part you play in the wide world of wine?
Yes, I am a sales rep for the company Nomadic Distribution. These are the wines that actually I represent that Justine carries at her shop.
Okay.
Her and I have a very kind of like similar situation, found natural wine while living in Newark as well. And I really wanted to kind of like help boost kind of the progression of natural wine in Buffalo. There's already some great kind of pillars started, but there's definitely some improvements and kind of just progression that could be made. So I wanted to bring Nomadic to Buffalo and kind of like help boost natural wine enjoyment. Yeah.
What are kind of the perks, or is there even a difference in taste when you're, having natural wine?
Yeah, I mean, natural wine can definitely, there are going to be, some wines and some producers that stylistically, go 0-0, or meaning zero additives. So a lot of their wines can come, some of them have faults, but some of those faults add to the character of the wine and kind of make them even more enjoyable as if they were a clean wine. But really, it's all about the stylistic art and approach of kind of like ethical farming and vinification choices and kind of ensuring the future of tomorrow for winemaking. And that is kind of like what I love to think about when I enjoy natural wine, because I want wine to be around for a really long time, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. So,
I do.
yeah.
I definitely do. Yeah. We're in an era where consumers are a lot more conscious about what they are intaking, what they're, buying. What does it mean to you to be part of a positive impact that's helping, the ecosphere?
Yeah, so a lot of these producers, especially the ones that I carry at my store, they use organic farming practices at the core. So they don't use any harsh chemicals on their farming practices. A lot of them don't even force water. They kind of let Mother Nature do its thing year to year. So while it can really change the vintage year to year and the way it tastes, it is just better for the environment overall, saving water, not using chemicals, planting other trees and other plants within their vineyards that those pests typically don't like. So that can even be just some fruit trees or just herbs and things like that that they can also use and harvest. So I think overall it's just a more sustainable way of looking at it. Yeah, less chemicals.
Now, I know you do have some events coming up, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us about those.
Yeah, totally. So we have a tasting in the store. So we're going to be showcasing some of the wines from Nomadic on Thursday, October 3rd, from 5 to 7 p.m. It's free. It's open to the public. You can just come in, pop by, taste things, and just learn a little bit more about the products and wine itself.
Chat with us, you know.
Chat with us.
We're fun.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
I'll pour you some wine. It'll be great.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? Tell us a little bit about Funk and Fermentation. Do you carry a large variety? And tell us a little bit more about where you're located on Elmwood.
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually right off Elmwood Avenue on West Delavan,
Nice.
587 West Delavan Ave. It's basically right on the corner, just right around the corner off Elmwood. Super walkable neighborhood, of course. I carry a wide array of products from all over the world. I can also carry under my liquor license wine-based vermouth, some ciders, sake and rice wines, and some other things of that nature. Some co-ferment, different fruits and stuff like that. But they're from all over the world. They're all from sustainable producers. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, we know that, people are a lot more conscious about what they're consuming and making sure that they're choosing sustainable stuff. And just, it's a perk that it's good stuff, right? Who doesn't love wine?
Yeah.
Do you guys plan to have more wine tasting and events coming up in the future as well?
Sure. I personally at the store do about 2 tastings a month.
Okay.
They're always on Thursday evenings. They're just variously spread out depending on when my reps are available and just scheduling. Those are all available on my website too. You can look at the list there.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, you can learn more about all of the products they carry by visiting funkandfermentation.com or connecting with them on social media. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.